What do you do when your plans for swathing and baling some triticale fall through? You plant green through it, of course. Roll it. Today we find ourselves in my dad's triticale cover crop field. Now, the original plan for this was to swath some of it and then leave some of it and plant through it green so we could have kind of like a side-by-side comparison and, be able to check soil temperature, moisture retention, all that kind of good jazz. However, 'twas not meant to be. Because thankfully, we got some rain, which, if I had to choose between getting rain and being able to run some fun crop experiments, well, considering last year I ran a fun crop experiment, didn't get rain, and it all burned up anyways, which, kind of made it largely moot. Anywho, needless to say, I'll take the rain 10 out of 10 times. The triticale here is not only headed, but if you look on the ground there, you're going to see there's a lot of pollen everywhere. In short, for any sort of quality feed, this ain't it. So ever the one to try to make lemonade out of lemons, talked to the old man, convinced him, let's plant green through this, and tomorrow we're gonna come through here with the roller crimper. Because this is ready to roller crimp. I'm gonna sit the mic down here so you can hear it a little better. You hear that pop? The best analogy I've heard to describe that is it's kind of like a children's party popper. It's, not overly loud, but that pop is there. And what that means is that this is at prime time for roller crimp termination. Roller crimping triticale or rye or whatever is a game of timing. Too early, and you risk not getting good termination, get some limping on, sapping moisture, competing with all the beans. It turns into a real headache, and then you gotta run chemical over it when you were trying to avoid doing that. Do it too late, then you've got the problem of having viable seeds in the heads, and this is going to beans, but right after beans, it's going to wheat. And I don't particularly want a bunch of volunteer triticale in the wheat. Tomorrow, we're gonna have a roller crimper from Progressive Ag Innovations here. I am so excited to get to use one of these things. It's going to be tremendous. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's get to planting. 'Cause I'm bad. I'm nationwide. Yeah, I'm bad. I'm nationwide. We're gonna hop out, verify the meters, and take a look at. With how expensive today's inputs are, I am very fastidious to make sure that I'm putting on the exact rate that I'm wanting. So sometimes that means stopping and verifying the meter's output. Got the scale hung up and got the bag put on. Now what that does is it spins the meter at a specific RPM, and what it's going to do is drop out 0.3 acres worth of seed. The number I'm looking for when I hang it on the scale is 15.9. All right, get this hung up here. And 16.05. So I was looking for 15.9, so we are 15 hundredths over where I want to be. Now I don't know if you can see this on the camera or not, but the beans almost look like a little bit glossy or glittery. It's a little easier to see on the black of the bag here. What that is the humic flow from Wind Bio. This is something new that I'm trying this year. The humic flow replaces something like your talc, graphite, whatever, to help the seed flow better through the meter and down out of the tank. Broad strokes, powdered humic acid like this is essentially a food source for seed. So in addition to helping this flow better, it's also going to give it a little more energy when it goes to sprout up out of the ground. Let's take a look and see how well it's planting. So there's the outside row. That's closing up the trench really nice. Heck, you can't hardly even tell that we were planting through it. Now, next row over is right over here. This is where we'll find the seed. Got a little overzealous the first time I was digging and knocked the seed out of the trench, so had to go find another one. So we're at about 1 3/4 inches. Get that buried. It's nestled into the moisture really well. Everything's closing really nice. Now I'm really happy. These are pretty much perfect planting conditions. Time to button everything up and get back after it. Now also notice we don't have much wrapping. Nothing around the closing wheels, just a little bit right there around that spoked gauge wheel there. Other than that, the only thing we're really catching is some things, you know, right in here, you know, up in the depth gauge and stuff like that. So that's no problem at all. Well, this day just got a lot more expensive. Oh boy. Yeah, that's not good. Well, we better hurry up and get this thing home. God. Yeah, that's not coming out easy. Son of a... That was not how I wanted to end this day. It was going to be like, oh, hey, cool, we're all done, just getting ready to leave, and notice that as I was pulling out of the field. So I guess my day's not completely over yet. Gonna have to call someone to get out and get that fixed. So, but that field's all done. Now I'm just waiting on guys to do burn down on the rest of the soybean acres so I can get going there. So hope to see you next time. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, bell icon, you know, all the things. As always, thanks for stopping by.